Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Side Pocket. Hey, that's where I keep my wallet and keys. We've been talking a lot recently about games converted from real life to video game, but there are some games that make the jump absolutely effortlessly, and a great example of that is pool. Whether it's pool, billiards, snooker, or other cue games, they're all simple enough that they make the conversion to video games pretty perfectly. Many an hour I spent at school playing Yahoo Pool instead of listening to my teachers. Rather surprisingly, I can only find two pool-based games on the original Game Boy: Championship Pool, made by Bitmasters, and the game we have to look at today, Side Pocket. And just like last week, this one has a better chance of quality, not just because it's an arcade port, but because it's made by the other arcade powerhouse, Data East. In a lot of ways, it was a toss-up between Taito and Data East as to who the absolute kings of the arcade were, but when both companies were pumping out absolute classics, who really cares which was better? Between them, they comprised some of the most inventive, clever, and most importantly, fun arcade games of the golden age. So when the company that brought us Windjammers wants to take on pool, you know they're gonna get it right. Sadly, the cover doesn't have the usual character that Data East covers had. It's just some billiard balls. Come on, Data East, we've seen you do way better than this. Surely you could have stuck an anthropomorphic pool cue on there. Maybe it's not as exciting, but it's still Data East, so we're probably in for some fun. Chalk up your cues for a few rounds of Side Pocket. East Data. Slightly not on center. Side Pocket, or Side versus Pocket. Oh, I love this music. Well, I can't do 2-play because it's just me. Oh, maybe? Well, I'm just a one person, so let's go. 9-ball or Pocket? Let's start with 9-ball. Oh, I love this music. Let's just start with BGM 1. Well, it's pool, alright. Am I just hitting numbers? Oh. Okay, if I hit B, it switches between what number and the actual ball. So I'm guessing I have to hit them in order. Golf-style shots. Whoops, I already broke the game. Isn't the goal of... Wait. Shouldn't I have lost? Isn't the goal to get them in order? Eh, whatever. This music sounds like it was brought in from a different Data East game. I like it, it's just weirdly out of place. Can I change? Oh, there we go. If I hold B, follow, draw, left, right. I don't know what this means, but we're gonna do it. Mass 3! Whoa! Okay, yeah, that one's on me. What if I just do this? Huh. Everything went wrong. It's a competent enough pool game. Very, 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 very basic, though. Woohoo! Just based on the sprite limitations of the Game Boy, it is a little hard to tell where you're going to be shooting. Like, these circles need to be a little smaller. Or just to give you... I mean, I guess the Game Boy can't really handle super complex physics stuff. Oh my god, I actually made the shot. I'm so happy. Whoops. No good, I know, right? Weirdly enough, I don't seem to be punished for that. Okay, I'm gonna sink all the balls, and I'm gonna see what happens in the other mode. There we go. Where's 6? Oh, it's right there. I gotta say, the music is doing a lot of work to carry this game. Not that it's bad, it's just very simple compared to most pool games. Then again, it's one of the earlier pool games, so I suppose that's to be expected. Oh, come on, it's... Oh, it went in. But it said no good because I fouled. Just as planned. And... just like that. Woohoo! Continue? Sure. Oh. I guess you just have to keep doing it until you get it right. Didn't I have that same break last time? Oh, whatever. Let's try the other mode. Pocket. Oh! I have to work my way up from the bottom, don't I? Champ. 3,000 points. Now, what does that mean? Do I have to sync these in order? You know what? I'm gonna check a guide really quick just to see if there's anything I'm missing. Each time you sink a ball, you'll get another ball to shoot with. Make a ball into the star pocket and you'll gain 2 extra shots. You don't need to sink them in any particular order. As you gain more points, you will rank up. That's kind of cool. Just a little way to add some progression to the game. Alright. Let's do this. Bam! Bam! I cannot believe I just made that shot, by the way. Yeah, it's fairly competent. Nice. This definitely seems like the kind of thing that would be a lot more fun with 2 players. But hey, as it stands, I'm enjoying it. Oh, the music. Like, seriously, the game is fine, but the music is what's carrying it. I think I have enough to level up. Oh, a trick bonus. Oh, I bet I have to pocket both of them at once. Just like this. Close enough. Oh, God. The club champion is some sort of What just happened? That was a very weird cutscene. Okay, I'm enjoying this. But before I finish up, I want to try something. What do all these do? Right. Oh, it just gives it a spin. That's cool. Oh, God, look at it. Look at it go. Now, what does follow do? Oh, it continues going that direction. Okay. So there's some more stuff you can do with your extra shots. There's not a whole lot of complexity that can be added to Pool. As I said, I really wish this tracking indicator would be a little smaller and basically give you a better indication of what angle you were going to shoot at. But as it stands, given it's the Game Boy, I don't think that's a huge deal. It's not anything particularly amazing, but it's also nothing that's really horrible either. It's enjoyable. Quite enjoyable. Is it the kind of thing I'd really want to go out of my way to play? Probably not. I think most other Data East games I've played have been a lot better. But hey, it's Pool. And it's a decent little handheld pool game. What more could you ask for? Well, I could ask for Yahoo Pool to come back. I really, really miss Yahoo Pool. Does this make me a pool hustler now? I think it does. You know what the most interesting thing about this is? It may be the worst Data East game I've ever played, but it was still pretty enjoyable. It's also by far the most grounded game I've ever played by Data East. It really is a straight-up pool simulator. You line up your shots, you hit the balls, and they physics their way into the holes. They kept things fairly simple, but unlike some games, it wasn't so simple that you can't enjoy it. As long as the physics engine holds up, which in this case it does, pool games can be thoroughly enjoyable, especially in the hands of a competent company. Actually, I really shouldn't say the game is simple. The gameplay mechanics have some nice depth to them. There are bonuses for getting in specific holes, ways to manipulate your shots to pretty specific degrees, and a few modes including an arcade-style rankings climb. And of course, the music was wonderful, as you would come to expect from Data East. All that said, it did have some clunkiness, mostly due to the limitations of the Game Boy. I wish there were some indications about the angles you would hit at, or maybe even some AI opponents. The game was also released on the SNES, and I have a strong suspicion that some things had to be cut for the Game Boy release. But what was here was still good. Maybe not quite up to par with the rest of Data East's catalog, but still fun enough to give you a solid handheld pool experience. Thus, Data East takes another point in the eternal battle with Taito. They are currently tied at 500 wins apiece. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to subscribe so you can follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm Brian J, and I'll see you next time.